Hey everybody, Erica Serwin here from Pink Bugger Designs. Today I have a fun card for you featuring the Birthday Jubilee bundle from Stampin' Up! And a punch art cactus. I feel like this is very San Antonio-ish, which is where I'm from. These remind me of the little flags that we have hanging downtown and during fiesta time, and we just needed something Southwest to go with it. So I made a punch art cactus. I'm going to show you how to make this cute little cactus, as well as show you a few little tricks for getting your little flags cut out. All right, well, let's get started. How about we make this cactus first? You're going to need a piece of Granny Apple Green cardstock. And really, this is just a scrap piece. It can be any size because we're just going to punch out circles from it. This is a quarter sheet of cardstock. And I'm going to score it every 1/4 inch down the long side. All right, so this will take you just a minute to go all the way down. All right, once you have your 1/4 inch score lines all the way down, you're going to need some punches. The first one I'm going to use is a 2-inch punch, and this is going to be the base of our cactus. And I'm going to punch it so that about maybe 1/8 of it is left down here, so we have a flat bottom to our cactus. Then I'm going to use a 1 1/2 and do the same thing right there. And then I'm going to do 2 1-inch circles. And really at this point, these are going to be overlapping each other. So you could even just do a full circle for these. And then a 1/2-inch circle. And the 1/2-inch circle only is going to show about 2 of those square lines. So you can see you have quite a bit of cardstock left. All right, now we're going to ink the edges with a Stampin' Sponge and Granny Apple Green ink. Just go all around the edges of each of your little circles. We have quite a few cactus here in San Antonio where I live. There's a huge one that I walk by every morning on my morning walk. And right now, it's middle of April as I'm making this video. It is starting to get its little buds that it's going to have these beautiful little flowers on it. About, I don't know, maybe the end of May. They're just gorgeous. Now, of course, you don't want to get too close because of those little prickly spines it has on it. All right, speaking of those prickly little spines, I'm going to add those using a chalk marker. Here's my chalk marker. And I'm just going to kind of add them here and there, kind of willy-nilly. There's no real rhyme or reason here. This is just a punch art cactus. It doesn't have to be exactly like a real cactus. So go around all your little score marks and add your little spines. All right, now that we're done with that, I'm going to start gluing, and I'm going to use just Tombow glue to start putting these together. And I'm going to put this one up here. A prickly pear cactus has what we call paddles. These are little paddles, and they grow in wonky ways up around each one. They kind of split off, and they come in different shapes and sizes, ovals and circles, but I decided to go with circles because we have circle punches, and that just makes it so easy. All right, let's see, last one right there. That's so cute. Now I'm going to slide this over here to dry, and let's stamp the little flowers. Now the flowers are coming from the Birthday Jubilee stamp set, and you can see right here they have a matching die that has the leaf on it. We're actually going to cut that leaf off. All right, we're going to stamp it in Pineapple Punch ink on Pineapple Punch cardstock. All right, let's close that up, and we're going to bring over our die cut machine. And while we have it over here, we're going to go ahead and cut out both of our little flags. These are usually cut from tissue paper, the authentic ones, but we're going to cut them from Melon Mambo cardstock, and I'm going to show you a few tricks. But let's cut these flowers out first. All right, now little magnets, if you're using a magnetic base, little magnets like to jump around depending on where the magnets are in the base. So you have to just move your paper wherever the magnet wants to go. Don't fight it, just follow the magnet. All right, there we have one. We'll put that over there. And see how it's jumping around. So I'm going to move that paper over to wherever that framelit wants to be. And there we go. Now we have our two flowers. We'll come back to that in just a second, but while we have our die cut machine, let's do the little flag. Now, you can see that this flag is very intricate. It's got lots of cutting surfaces. When a die has lots of cutting surfaces, you're going to need to go through your die cut machine several times. One thing that I like to do is to get a dryer sheet. These are cheap Dollar Tree dryer sheets. They are $1 for 55 of them. And I like to put this underneath my paper. And it kind of helps grab onto all those little bits and pieces that are going to come out. You'll see in just a second. And it makes it a little bit easier. Now, I'm going through 3 or 4 times, again, because it's very intricate. You want to give all those little cutting surfaces a chance to cut. All right, now we can just peel that off. You can see how it holds on to some of them. I feel like a dryer sheet also creates more thickness for your die. It really kind of creates a tighter fit, which helps all of those little cutting surfaces do what they need to do. All right, now we've got our second one, so let's peel this off right there. There you go. We can take this and get rid of that. Move this over here. Now, we have an awesome tool. This is called the Take Your Pick tool. It has several attachments, and the die brush attachment is great for getting the rest of these little guys out. All right, you just put it on your foam mat and you roll them out. And then you have confetti. Yeah, lots of little doodads. All right, now I wanted this to have a solid background. You can see back here it's got a solid background. So I measured to see what size piece needs to go back here to fit exactly inside those scallops, but also will fit, you know, cover up most of the edge circles. This size piece is a strange size, okay? It is, now let me look at my notes, make sure I tell you the right thing. 3 7/8 this way, and then 3 9/16 this way. I know that's kind of like, what? 9/16? But if you count the little tiny marks on your ruler, you'll see there are 16 little marks. And so you cut it right at that 9th mark. That's 9/16. All right, now I'm just going to put lots of little dots here. If you have an adhesive sheet, you can add your paper to the adhesive sheet before you cut, and that will be much easier. All right, now we don't want the hard line of the paper to show through those scallops, on the outside of those scallops. So I'm going to move this around. Using the liquid glue will help you wiggle it around as you get it into place, okay? All right, now set something on there like that, and we'll add glue here. Lots of just little dots, little dots. You could also use your fine tip glue, but sometimes the fine tip glue I feel like needs some time to get sticky to set up, and the Tombow just really does the job quicker. Okay, now we're going to overlap these like that. Now it looks like I didn't make my sheet long enough, but look right here what I did. I should have put those up there so that the holes show through up there, but it's too late. That's all right. So paper is cut so that it'll go under these holes, in between these holes. So those will be open. All right, so there you go. You have the solid little flag. We are going to attach our cactus with some dimensionals, lots of dimensionals. All right, there we go. Now, all right, now remember, I told you that the die would cut out our flower. Whoops, I just dropped one, with the leaves, but we don't want the leaves. So we're going to just snip them off like that. Okay, the die has done most of the work for us. Then you're going to take your Pineapple Punch Dark, Stamp and Blend, and color that inside, whoops, that inside of the flower. Then I like to make my flower curl just a little bit. So if you put it on your foam mat and take this end of your Take Your Pick tool and just kind of do a circle in the middle of your flower, it'll help the flower naturally start to curl up. All right, so there we have it. Why is that dimensional paper hanging around? Now, unfortunately, I have dropped my other flower and I don't see it anywhere, so we're just gonna leave it off. Oh, is it gonna be one of those days? I've got several videos to film today and it looks like we are gonna have one of those days. That's all right, we'll put the flower up here. You can see the other flower would go right here. Now, I have already ahead of time cut out this rectangle. This is from the Ornate Layers dies, and we're going to use the long happy birthday sentiment from Birthday Jubilee, and we're going to do it in Memento Black. And put that right in the middle. There we go. And again, oops, let's close that up. How about that? And more dimensionals. Don't you love these three colors together? Melon Mambo, Pineapple Punch, and Granny Apple Green. So we'll put that birthday covering at the bottom of our cactus. And let's get our card base. And guess what? More dimensionals. 4, 1 in each corner. And we're going to put that right in the middle of our card base. And we're going to add a little Pineapple Punch grosgrain ribbon bow right here. There we go. You can pull those little ends until you get it the size that you want. And then we will put that on with a glue dot. Now, you'll notice I've put this on a black card base, and the only problem with a black card base is that you can't write anything on the black paper. Now, you could use a white pen, or I've got little dots of things everywhere, or you can just adhere a piece of Whisper White inside. So this is a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of Whisper White right there on the inside of my card. And there you have it, a fun Southwestern Fiesta birthday card using the Birthday Jubilee bundle. Please let me know if you have any questions. I also have a PDF over on my blog that has this project right here with all the products that I used and those measurements, as well as 2 other Birthday Jubilee projects. You can hop over there and find them. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.